that was a backyard brawl for sure. First of all, let's just start with the fans in that stadium today. That place was electric. Pitt fans showed up like big time. I was kind of real upset the night before when I heard there was going to be 75% West Virginia fans, which I knew. ESPN had some bad facts, but they disrespected our fans, and our fans showed up. They were unbelievable all day today, so I thank them first of all because they were critical in the victory. Overall we got the win. We knew it was going to be 4 quarters. We knew it was going to be a brawl. I told our guys 3 days ago, be prepared for 60 minutes. It wasn't going to be at halftime, going to be under our belt. And our kids believed, they trusted each other. It wasn't easy. There was adversity back and forth, taking the lead, then getting, whatever it may be. And, probably the play of the game was M.J. Devonshire, that pick that he had and took it to the house. I mean, that guy was running. I mean, he was fast. That was one of the nicer ones I've seen. That was a big-time play. He wasn't going to be denied. But we got a lot of things to clean up, Openers are like that, regardless of who you play. When you play a game like that, a rivalry game, a Power 5 team, and again, I'll give West Virginia credit, a good football team. JT Daniels is a good football player, really accurate passer. But in the end, our guys made enough plays to win. We did some stuff out there that doesn't make me happy, but the great thing is you get a win and you make your biggest improvements from, between week 1 and week 2. So we'll make those, and we got a couple extra days here to prepare for a really good Tennessee football team coming into Acrisure Stadium. So, questions?
How would you evaluate how Keaton played?
You know what? I thought he was a little late with the ball at times. I mean, he, 16 to 24, pretty good. I think 1 TD, 5 sacks. Don't like the sacks, but we'll look at that. Why? What? Don't like the sacks at all. Was a little disappointed with our run game, but it's openers. And again, sometimes you don't know what front you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get. But we got to do a better job. Our whole offense is like, Coach, we'll be better. I apologize. They're apologizing after a win. We got some great kids, and again, that was a good football team you beat, you give them some credit. But it was a heck of a ball game. But we made the plays when we needed to. Not very often do you win a game, with a block punt. Okay, let's just start there. I mean, we had a block punt. I mean, you go back and through all the different situations. We'll talk more on Monday, with the local media. But you don't win a game like that. And the punter thought he had more time than he did, and we call it artificial hang time. But he's got to get that ball off, and we'll look at the tape. But we were going the right way. But again, there's a rookie punter. That's his first football game he's ever been in. I mean, he was overplaying, Australian whatever. It's good to get that under his belt. Ben Sauls was outstanding, 100%. So I was happy to see him play well. And questions?
Coach, did you know Rodney Hammond had a great night running and catching? Did you know he ran that aggressively in the past?
Oh, no question about it. The local guys here can tell you. Rodney's a football player. Izzy, came on. He's another guy. He's like, Coach, I started slow, but he came on, which he did. But it's great when the kids are telling you, hey, I didn't do it good enough. I wasn't good. But Rodney came in there and he runs hard, but he's a bull, and that's no surprise to the locals.
Pat, what was it about their zone runs that seemed to slow you guys down? Typically, you guys have an aggressive run defense, and it seemed like you guys were more hesitant today.
Chris, I'm hot. Okay, I'm hot. That doesn't usually happen. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about a run defense. We'll get it cleaned up, and we'll see it again. We got 2 young outside linebackers playing the first game. I think for the most part, probably Servassier was good inside, but we'll clean that up. That's a fact. I'm in charge of that.
Can you speak to the job that your guys, your pass catchers, did run after the catch department that you got today?
Yeah, they did. They did a great job, and we missed some shots. I mean, Bub Means got a big time. I mean, he's made those plays so many times in practice. I mean, we had one, probably on Monday or Tuesday. It was like beautiful, like this, and we just didn't make as many plays as we needed to. We got to make a couple of those shots and loosen them up. And when you don't make those, they're not scared of it. So, I was happy. You look at again, Kanate had 5 catches, 71 yards. I don't see a lot of yak. I guess Jared Wayne was, had a heck of a play. Wanted to see him get in the end zone, but it was a heck of a play and scored off that. So again, trustworthy guy.
The Hammond 1-2 where he set up his own.
Rodney, Izzy had one across the middle down. I think on that last touchdown as well. So some of those short passes were good, and we got yak.
What's it say about your team where in the second half it felt like the defense just had nothing going right for it, for them to come up and make that big stop there at the end, on 4th down to get those sacks and really put a bow on this one?
Yeah, I mean, it tells you, they believed, and again, like I said, we made some darn bad mistakes, but they found a way to win it at the end. It tells you a lot about them, and we'll get better, that's for sure. I mean, there's a lot to clean up, and I didn't like our run defense at all, and we had some different stuff happen out there. That 3rd and 4 when we had a delay game on defense because we stemmed. I've never seen that call before, but we got away with the W, at home. And had some Big 12 officials, and came out the right way.
Pat, what's the word on Deslin's injury, and what can you say about John Morgan stepping in with the 2 sacks and 4 tackles for loss?
Yeah, I mean, John Morgan was outstanding, and Des will be fine. Des tough, he'll be fine, and we'll further evaluate that on Monday.
Pat, you talked about how players need to learn how to play in a rivalry game to really understand it. Do you think these guys get that understanding now?
Yeah, I think they got it figured out a little bit. I think it was a little, even, I'm trying to get on the TV with ESPN. I'm turning around going, what is going on back there? I see Haba. There's a lot of, chattering going afterwards. So it's good for them to go 1-0 against, West Virginia, and we got to carry that on.
Are you surprised that they did not?
Mr. Zeiss, go ahead.
Yeah, there we go.
Since your son was a great player here, I saw you back there.
All right, thank you. You guys are backed up on your 8-yard line with about 6 minutes left. Did Keaton at least answer some questions? Because that's a situation, then you go 92 yards and scored it, game tying. Is that the kind of thing you look for in a quarterback to see?
No question about it. I mean, again, I think he was late with some of the passes, but, he had a heck of a game. He made the plays when he needed to. You can see he's accurate with the football. We had some mistakes. I mean, whether he didn't bring a guy in a motion one time, and we had 2 guys across, on a dig. We had too many people in the hole there. There should have been some motion there. Just little details, openers and nerves, big crowd, rivalry game. We'll clean a lot of those things up.
Were you surprised that they didn't go for it on that 4th and 1 before the punt and that touchdown?
You know what? You never know what's going to happen. I think maybe they had some pretty much some confidence that they were going to be able to stop our offense. I'd have gone for it, but I'm not going to answer for them. It'd be something you have to ask Coach Neal about what they were thinking or whatever. But it's 4th and 1. We were ready for a stop.
You had a lot of time to prepare for this one, but did you ever anticipate a true freshman listed at tight end running for 100 yards today?
Yeah, I mean, he was a good football player, and again, I think we really helped him out a lot. I think he's a good football player. No, I didn't anticipate that, but our guys are very kind.
MJ went somewhere else and came back here, came back home. What's it mean to have that guy do that in this environment in his hometown after having that start?
Yeah, we wanted MJ out of high school, and he went to Kentucky, and then we were able to get him back, and I really think we take care of our Pittsburgh guys. Our Pittsburgh guys are successful. Dayon Hayes had a nice day today as well. So, our Pittsburgh guys that stay home and stay here, they're going to make a lot of plays, and it just, it's good for all those Pittsburgh kids to look and say, where are they being successful? There's not a lot of places they're being as successful as they are here at Pittsburgh.
Kenny, before the game, you and Kenny were on the field. Could you kind of share maybe some of the?
Kenny's just like, hey, whatever it takes, get it done. Kenny's awesome. He's he's like, gosh, I wish I could play today. I said, you're playing on Sundays. It's all right.
Now that it's over with, do you prefer starting the season with a rivalry game or a game?
If we win it, yeah. If we win it. Like I said, it's hard in the opener. It's hard for West Virginia. It's hard for Pitt. It's not easy. You don't know what. I mean, I hate watching tape from USC and West Virginia spring game. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's so much easier to defend people. It's so much easier to execute on offense when you really you can see some real game footage from 2022. So we'll have that from at least here on out. We'll watch Tennessee and see what happens with them and get prepared. But hey, do you like it? You'd like to clean it up, but you get the win against a good football team. We'll take it.
Pat, what did you see in Israel Abanikanda? He struggled early in the run, but he has that catch and run at the end of the game in the 4th quarter that got you guys such a huge play.
Yeah, we'll watch the tape to see. I mean, it's hard to say, did he do something, or was it the O-line blocking? What did we do up front? We'll look. We had a tight end out today that really changed some of our personnel. Carter Johnson was, he was there for Friday walkthrough and didn't make the statement. He was in the hospital last night with an infection. I think he's going to be fine. But Carter, he texted me saying, Coach, let's get this win. So he's good right now. He'll probably be out of the hospital tomorrow sometime, and But that kind of hurt us a little bit not having him because he's a good football player.
You talked on Monday about your guys being juiced up, but also needing to maintain their composure. Do you think some of the penalties tonight were like from lack of composure, or?
Yeah, I mean, there was some, I know when we go back and watch the tape, there was some kicking and punching going on, and our guys actually did a pretty good job. There was a lot more going on and our guys, really did a pretty good job. I don't know what happened with Marquez Williams on the one. They said he cut somebody. The corners don't want to be laying on the ground. Never done it in their practice, so supposedly he slipped. So we'll look at the tape and clean up whatever we need to. But we talked about composure, and I think we had one Haba in the end zone, had a unsportsmanlike conduct, which he's got to clean up. And again, we'll see the tape. But there was a lot of trash talk going on out there for sure. That's, I guess, what it is.
Why don't we take a couple more, and then we'll get to our player representatives. Red?
Yeah, Coach, your thoughts on Devonshire, not just getting the interception, but doing what it took to score the touchdown.
Wow. All I say is wow. I watched him when he caught that thing. He was going. And, he's had some great punt returns in the day. He's one of our punt returners as well. That makes you want to put him on punt return because, he took that one. He was running 4-3 for sure. It was impressive.
Was Carter's absence, did that force you guys to play more 6-7 offensive line sets?
It did. We had that in our package as well, but that was one of the probably reasons that we didn't do as much as what just putting a tight end in the game. We didn't want to wear Gavin out, so that was obviously one of the reasons.
This game, I think, felt a lot like the 2016 game against Penn State, two arch rivals facing each other for the first time in a long time. How would you compare this rivalry game with that one?
They're both big-time rivalries. We'll play Penn State anytime they want to. We'll play West Virginia. We got West Virginia for another 7 games. So we're excited about that. Heather Lyke's done a great job getting that scheduled. And probably, I think next year we're playing the 3rd game this season, so it won't be an opener. And, they're all the same. Football game's a football game.